Good evening, Facebook. Hope you having a cracker of a day. It is Wednesday evening. Just gotten home from the gym. Had a really good night of sessions, and even managed to get a PM session in myself tonight, which was great. As my coach is currently going on holidays as of tomorrow, so we squeezed an extra session in, which is awesome. So some feedback that I've received really quickly that I'll get out the way is that I need to hold the phone up because from down here is not as appealing, apparently. So that's from Jasmine Sargent. So I've taken it on board, Jazz. The only issue is if I hold the phone up a bit higher, you do get a bit of glare off my bald head. But in saying that, I did get in a conversation today with Jack, my business partner, who's buying me some spray on hair for Christmas. I've asked if him and the boys can rally around and get me some spray on hair for a laugh, so that should solve that issue. Again, if you can't laugh at yourself, you can't laugh at anyone. So bit of a laugh to get started. So I'm going to get straight into tonight's topic because it's almost time for me to get a meal in. But went into HQ today and caught up with Jack and Jimmy, my two business partners, and we just got chatting in the car in regards to people's sense of entitlement. And I suppose that the way it sort of came about is we were speaking that a lot of people they start jobs or they do a really good job and they sort of feel entitled to some sort of reward. Now, I'm going to reference straight off the old friend Google, but essentially the entitlement, the fact of having the right to something. And in the conversation we're bringing up is a lot of people, you know, they feel they have the right to something and they feel like they're entitled to something, but they don't actually want to do the work, put in the work and the hard graft to get it done. They just feel because they show up in the room that they should get rewarded. And that is definitely not the case. As a lot of us know, that if we want to achieve things in life, we need to actually work for them. Surprise, surprise. You know, a perfect example is if you want to lose some weight, surprisingly, you're going to have to change something that you're doing. Just because you think of losing weight, you're definitely not entitled to get it. And that's a very common topic we have seen over the last couple of days with some work we've been doing, is that people sort of feel entitled that they should get results because they just essentially put their hand in the bucket to do a 12-week challenge or whatever they've done. Guys, everything we do requires action. And this is a topic I touched on Monday night, is you can't have this great plan if you don't have any action, because without action, that's all it is. It's just a plan. You know, so one thing we spoke about in the car obviously is overcoming that sense of entitlement. You know, people just think they deserve it, which is definitely not the case. So what we sort of got speaking about was, you know, what have you guys thought that you had some sort of entitlement to, and then looking back upon it now, realise that you didn't have any entitlement to that set thing. So I suppose just something to ponder on this evening for you all. So that's it from me. Yeah, sense of entitlement. You actually have to take action and do some stuff. Just sitting in the room is not good enough. So that's all from me tonight, guys. Thanks heaps for checking in. Like I said, we've got some special guests jumping on later this week and early next week, which I'm super excited for. We've got Paul Alicio jumping on early next week, and I am also going to jump on with a good friend of mine tomorrow night after she finishes her session with me, Lauren Parker, who's a lifestyle coach and works a lot with mindset and a lot of NLP type stuff. So her and I have been discussing a couple of weeks now of getting her on for a live. I'm going to lock her down tomorrow after our session So that will be at about 7 p.m. Perth time, so about an hour and a half earlier than tonight. So if you are tuning in from the Eastern States, keep an eye out for that. That'll be a great little live. But thanks heaps for checking in. Like I've said before, if you've got any topics you want me to cover, these are completely off the cuff at the moment, and we're sort of not putting a huge amount of thought into them. We're not sure how many days we're down of my 60-day challenge, but these are definitely getting a lot easier, and I'm having a heap of fun now. So yeah, that's all for tonight. Have an awesome evening, and we'll see you all tomorrow.